Happy December, everyone. It is D, and I am doing something extra special that I never thought that I would ever do, but here we are. I am doing my very first Vlogmas, except there's a caveat. I am only doing the 12 days of December. I like to keep things very simple, very easy. I do not like to bombard myself with a lot of tasks, but I still wanted to join in on this for the first time and see how I do and have a little, try to have some fun with it. So I'm only doing 12 days. They're not going to be 12 days in a row. It's going to be 12 days throughout the month of December. I am not a professional YouTuber. Do not have fancy editing. You will get a straight up realistic video from me with very, very few edits. Over the course of this 12-day experience with me, we'll be talking about my writing. We'll be talking about what I'm reading. We'll journal together. We'll, just chat and spend some time together to kind of get to know each other a little bit more. Currently, I am it's the beginning of December. I've only read three novellas so far this month. I'm currently finishing up my book club book, and I am reading Ho Ho Housewife by Jacques J. It is really cute. I'm enjoying it. It's super fun. I don't want to finish it, but I found that I am really enjoying Jacques J's writing style and her realistic characters that I never thought that I would, but I am, and I love it. My book club meeting is tonight. Today is Thursday, December 4th, and my book club meeting is tonight. So I am finishing up The Damned. I hate that it's not mirrored. I'm finishing up The Damned by Harper L. Woods. We have read the first two books of this series, and I'm going to say series. And we enjoyed it. This third book is a bit more interesting because it is not following the same characters from the first book. So we'll see how that meeting goes tonight. So I'll let you guys know a little bit about it later. What am I working on? I am finishing up my first holiday project. So I am a new author. I have written since I was a kid. Like many stories begin. My mom bought me a typewriter when I was 11. I used to handwrite my stories, but when she bought me my little old school typewriter is when I started writing dirty stories. I was 11. I remember it was based off of a song by Dana Dane, because Cinderella Dana Dane, and my very first favorite Disney princess is Cinderella. Still, I love Cinderella. And Cinderella Dana Dane was literally Cinderella for me. And I wrote a dirty story based on that song. Oh, memories. Okay. So I wrote a story several years ago, and then I ended up having a really horrible relationship experience that put me in a writer's block. I used to be someone who was inspired by love, someone who was inspired by life, and I lost all that. And I guess I got it back. Last year, I sat down and wrote a nonfiction book, and it just opened up this plethora of ideas and thoughts in my head. Since then, I've written a couple more nonfiction books that I published earlier this year, and I've also published 4 nonfiction. No, that's a lie. 5, 6. Damn, it just got more. Okay. 6 fiction stories. I have a middle grade novella novel's not a novella. A middle grade novel that came out in August that I love, that my niece and nephew inspired it, because my niece is such a super reader, and I wanted to write something and do something for her, and she loved it, and she's ready for the second book, which will probably come out next year. I also wrote a 4-book fantasy queer novella series. It's a romance novella series that's based in the realm of Ellenwood, which most of my stories, if and when you read them, you will find that they are based off of places where I live. I live in Metro Atlanta. I am an ATLian. I absolutely love my city, and many of my characters live, work, and play in Atlanta, or Metro Atlanta area. So you'll get Decatur, you'll get Atlanta, you'll get Ellenwood, you'll get Duluth, you'll get Alpharetta, you'll get the North Georgia mountains, but that's what I do. I love to rep. It's kind of like the movie industry. There are a lot of movies filmed here, but there are not a lot of movies based in Atlanta, and it is such a great place. People who live here know this is a great place. So I am, and my most recent release is a sapphic romance suspense based on a cruise ship. My main characters are from Atlanta, or they are on the cruise ship. And they're from Atlanta, and it is a little dive into, I don't want to say smutty writing, but it is some filthy things happen on this cruise ship. But it is surrounded by a relationship where the partners are fighting for their relationship, and there is a little bit of a mystery that happens on the boat. So I like it. I've gotten some really good reviews on it. Try it. It's called What Happens at Sea. My novella series is called it's the Elemental Heart series, but each book is a standalone. They follow 4 different relationships. The first book is a sapphic relationship. The second book is a male gay relationship. The third book is a sapphic friendship to lovers book, and the fourth book is a trans male female relationship. And I love them. I think they're all really, really good stories. Try them. My first book, in my middle grade mystery book, is called Mystery of the Lithostone, and it is about 3 friends that go on an adventure in the Lithostone woods, and it's a really good story. So that's kind of where I am. I hope that you guys will join me for further days in my journey of Vlogmas, my December 12 days of Vlogmas, because I'm nervous as hell. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm nervous as hell, but I hope you come back. And follow me on the Instagram, the TikToky. My Instagram, my author page is Just the Author, and my books, where I only talk about books, and sometimes I'll repost something that my author self posts, but mostly it's books. It's Just D_reads, READS. On my TikTok, I am Arthur D_Robinson, I think. It'll be in down below. So, and I also post links to where you can find my books. Purely optional. I'm not trying to force you to do anything. I just want you to come and enjoy the vibe. And if you feel like this is a vibe that you can get with, come back the next time. Thank you. Bye.